What's up guys, Corey here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the 2016 MacBook Pro with Touch Bar. The specific model that we're taking a look at today is the Space Gray 15-inch version. I configured mine with a 2.7 GHz Intel Core i7 processor, 16 GB of RAM, a 500 GB solid state drive, and the AMD Radeon Pro 460. The 2016 MacBook Pro comes in at 0.61 inches thin, which is about a 10% improvement from the previous model. Because of its shorter and narrower design, the same 15-inch screen size that we've been used to fits in a smaller footprint, making it slightly more portable. The display is still a crisp 2880 by 1800 resolution, but is now about 60% brighter than the previous version. The speakers on the new MacBook Pro are a significant improvement over the previous model and sound really good. The touch bar is still something that I rarely use. I don't think it's a gimmick as it is continuously updated with new functionality, but I don't think it's the answer to a touchscreen MacBook just yet, maybe in another year. Touch ID is great for unlocking your MacBook as it's faster and more secure than typing in a password. It also allows you to use Apple Pay for shopping online. The keyboard on the new MacBook Pro features Apple's second generation butterfly switches. It took me a few days to get adjusted to the shorter travel distance with the new keys, but once I did, it was difficult to go back to the old MacBook Pro's keyboard. The trackpad on the new MacBook Pro is huge when compared to the old model. I've had no issues with palm rejection, and it's great for editing and using gestures. That said, I think it being just a bit smaller would have been a better way to go. Apple is clearly focused on a future with USB-C. 4 USB-C ports line the sides of the 15-inch model and replace 2 USB-A ports and an SD card slot found on the previous versions. Making the move to USB-C hasn't been as frustrating as I thought it was going to be, as many more USB-C cables have been released in the last few months. Until USB-C is the cable most people use, adapters will still be a necessity from time to time. That said, I would like to see Apple bring back an SD card slot on next year's model, as it wouldn't take up much more space than a USB-C port. Charging with MagSafe is gone, but being able to charge with any port on both sides is convenient and could make charging cables last longer. The new MacBook Pro's potential to output to 2 4K displays or one 5K display with USB-C is also pretty awesome. As far as performance is concerned, I've had no issues with playing graphic-intensive games like Rainbow Six Siege at high settings at 1600 by 900 on a Windows partition, and playing Civilization 6 at max settings at 1920 by 1200. The new MacBook Pro also handles editing 4K footage in Final Cut Pro with no problem at all. Battery life on the new MacBook Pro has been really good for me, and a full charge tends to get me through the entire day, depending on what programs I run. Overall, the 2016 MacBook Pro is a good laptop with a great design and a promising future with USB-C and the Touch Bar. It's likely that we'll see the next version in June at WWDC, where Apple will hopefully address some of its shortcomings. That's going to do it all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.